Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everyone is really doing well. Um, Basically, the purpose of holding the stream is just to see whether we get fill on this BTC longs or not at 30 at 200. I think now it's just the time for us to get fill on this BTC longs. Let's see how things goes. So far, the move is very strong, and we know that it is gonna come. Let's see how are we going to hold the levels of 38,100 and so, and that's pretty much interesting in my opinion. I think we should definitely be holding those levels, and if we don't, then I don't know what exactly. But yeah, I think the BTC orders, one of my order, so BTC I got filled at 38,230, 220, sorry. I got filled for my scalp, and I'm having one more order on the BTC at reasonably at 38,070, just in case if you just want to have down. So it's pretty much looking not looking that great, but it's not looking that bad as well. And yeah, I think 38,000 should hold actually. 38,000 should and must hold for us to have that bounce, because if we don't hold, I think we're just gonna exit. Even if we go to 37,946, if I see that we don't holding, it's just that I'm gonna literally exit the BTC longs on the scalp. But looking to the many of the alts, if you look on the 4 hours chart, they are literally on the verge of, like, ape also breakdown, guys. This is like A, B, and C. I think no more longs on the A. Shit, I mean, it was so bad. It literally took us out. Just pumped and then dumped. What a fucking shit it is. No more longs on the ape, guys. It's like I know it's very close to invalidation on the upside, but the best would be if your 19.5 is something where I'll be watching. Even if you don't bounce, I would not be looking for longs unless I see a very nice bounce on the BTC. So everything depends on the BTC. KNC, even that was a nice short I discussed on the live. That yes, somebody asked me that how what do you expect for KNC? I mentioned that this is what I expect on the KNC. Just to break down, take this lows of 5.175 and even go under the levels of $5 or so. So KNC, I mean, this was a very easy short in my opinion. USD dominance broke up. So basically, I think this plan is now invalidating. So we broke up, which means that this plan is invalidated, which means that we are not going for this harmonic at this moment, and it's just going for the higher highs, which also tells us that BTC likely it might just break down just in case, but we had this kind of a move in the harmonic as well, and reaching to 786. Well, even USD dominance also reaching an exact levels. I think the pump should happen with the ULs bleeding very hard and very fast. That would be very awesome. GMT, I think, is holding very strongly. Luna, still same plan for Luna. I'm just waiting patiently for the red box, and I would see the reaction over there before jumping into any sort of longs. If we get a nice reaction, yes, I'm gonna go for longs. You see the Ethereum, it just broke down, guys. So practically BTC even not yet touched, Ethereum broke down. So practically Ethereum is bearish and BTC looks bullish. So it's definitely a good sign, but it's a very, very risky. How come shit it filled now? Sorry. Yeah, I think it got filled actually. It got filled. Just few minutes back. As soon as I joined, I saw that my orders got triggered. I got a message on my on my text message. It got filled actually. And let me just have a sip of Coke. Near also, it's a very difficult levels for near, guys. I mean, so far the plan is pretty much. Look at the fucking ape actually. Wow. And look at the fibs. You don't have the fibs. Literally 27.7 would have been wonderful shot, but we never know it is going to go there. We never knew it is going to go there. So I can't complain actually. We never knew, honestly. We never even thought it's just going to go there. So I can't complain. I should not be even complaining actually. Anyways, but let's have a look at the M15 on the Alice. It's good. We took profits on the Alice and CH are both. We took profits over here when Alice was here 6.34, 6.4, and pretty much looks solid here on the M15 play. So basically, what I'm looking for on Alice is a sweep of this 5.764. Maybe some sort of looking like a 3-step setup, but let's see how things plays out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clear 5 is in like A, B, and C. So practically, Alice is looking very, very nice for longs, in my opinion, at these levels. I think if BTC literally holds and bounces, I think Alice is definitely going to have a very, very, very nice and a strong bounce. But one thing we need to understand is the way Alice has been dumping, it can be B wave or it can be wave 2 as well. Looking at the triangle that we have it here, clearly it's like clearly it's like your what do you say, a B wave that we have. Also the funding is negative on the Alice, which is a good part. Important thing is Litecoin. I'm still worried for my Litecoin longs. It's not getting filled, unfortunately. Can't literally help it. I just want it to get filled. Now, KNC is under a very tough resistance. If you do see any sort of accumulation and just a trap, so basically, some sort of a trap here. This was the supply zone practically, and you know that this is supply is something we need to take it on, but we never took the supply zone. This lower highs indicates that this might be a very nice WXY move before a new big upside on the KNC. If that is the case, then KNC should definitely hold the levels of 5.15 and $5. So that's what even I am eyeing on the KNC. So if let's say KNC do hold the levels, I think the way we are forming a very nice accumulation. If you look at from here, from the perspective, like this, it's a box. Just have this mystery box. It's known as a Darvis box. If you do hold these levels, I mean, we also saw this kind of an accumulation today on DYD on UNFI, and how it did just break down. So practically, before we took any take further any longs, Ethereum is bearish. It just broke down, just gonna dump. So also I think might just lose these levels honestly and go to the levels of $5, which is like a very nice OB over here. But honestly, the way the harmonics looks like, it is a perfect bearish grab. And when you have this kind of a bearish grab, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I think this is where the most people fails. And it's like, this is where the first level of bounce on KNC is going to happen. This is the levels. So practically these are the levels, I would say. And you also have a very nice OB. So basically, we ignore this supply, a very tough supply zone we have, and it's like 1, 2, 3, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think KNC is very nearing to bottom. Maybe even one more big down like this, and khalas, you take the liquidity, and that would confirm that we are going to have a Kashimoto pattern, and KNC will have of course, a nice reaction to it, like a WXY zigzag, and then further down to take this liquidity at 4.45, 4.48. Okay. So now I think BTC is at a very crucial level, guys. Please don't go big on this, BTC. I'm also definitely taking a very small scalp, like as I mentioned, $100, $150, not much, because I got one scalp stopped out. This is just to recover my stop loss probably. Now looking at the USD dominance that I have for USD dominance, the USD dominance is pretty much looking bullish, guys. You can't just ignore it. Since the day one when I was mentioning the USD dominance from here, it's bullish. Now every bounces we are taking is like, you need to know what exactly you are charting the USD dominance, because if you don't know, then I think it's like, because whatever depends, it depends on the USD dominance, that how people are behaving and how they are going to probably convert into fiat, and how are they accumulating fiat. Right now, as dollar index is bullish, yes, the USD dominance definitely increases, because of people might be thinking that, despite the fact that Bitcoin, the overall market sentiment is negative, bearish, yes, Bitcoin even might just tumble along with everything. So basically that's what the mentality is, and that's exactly where I think that's exactly where the BTC bulls comes into play. Now what exactly I'm watching here is USD dominance. I think it's better off the way we are holding up, even if this is, let's say, wave 1 and A, B, and C. Let's say this is A, B, and C, then I think BTC is very, very bearish. It's just gonna have the wave 1 up, and then gonna have wave 2 where BTC goes to $40,000 levels, even 40,100, and USD dominance breaks up, and BTC dumps fucking hard and just makes new highs. But also are going to bleed very very high. So it's just, we need to be very, very cautious that what exactly we are playing. Now this is a very bearish count. The bullish count is, yes, we just make one more highs like this, but then one more highs don't make sense, because this is wave 1, 2, and despite the fact that we have this move, so let's say this whole move down is wave 1, 2, and this is 3, 4, and 5. So but this wave 1 is very big, so I just want to ignore this count. Wave 1, 2, and let's say 3 is always new high, so you can't say that this is 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So practically this whole move down up is like wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, and this move up is like wave 1, A, B, C. So this whole move up is wave 1, and then something like this. So practically it's like wave 1, 2, and then it's like a small wave 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then we pumping for the wave 3 of 3, which takes the USD dominance to 5.5 or so, and maybe even 6%, and something like this, and then just goes, because this is the bullish count on the USD dominance. So any longs we are playing right now is a scalp. Maybe even I think that if I do feel that, after this bounce, if we don't go to the levels of 42,300, that's, if we don't go those levels, then I would say that, I'm just literally going to probably cancel all my limits to of $37,000, even 35.5, because BTC is not going to literally hold the levels. Because remember the bigger picture, Yes, the lower lower time frame, we are very very bullish. We are expecting that the wave 5 is going to be the truncated wave 5, and it's just not going to take the lows. But the problem is, if literally wave 5 just don't go for the truncated wave 5, and the way the harmonics that we have it here on the horizontal time frame literally plays out, the count, if let's say this count literally plays out, then we are fucked. The literally, it's like the it's gonna stop out. So basically it's gonna stop everyone, us, not us but everyone. So first of all, this is the harmonic. So far we have not even got the pattern targets. So practically, what I would like to see is any sort of a bounce and the dump. So practically the first level of bounce should be anywhere between 36,900 to 37,000, just for even a small bounce, and that would mean most of the sense that yes, we are looking for that bounce. Now this is the small harmonic that we have, but the bigger picture is the Gartley, and the Gartley is so looking good. I can't just ignore it. Look at this Gartley. So the Gartley pattern target is the minimum target would be $34,000. So I would just see how the wave count develops, where exactly the wave 4 is going to end. If wave 4 is literally going to 40,400 levels as we have planned, like this move, if it perfectly plays out, then yes, wave 5 is going to be the truncated wave 5, and it would give us more confidence on the BTC that yes, we are literally confident, and we can just long at $37,000, $35,000 levels. But let's say BTC literally don't go to $42,000 levels, then yeah, we will have a big problem. Just give me a second, please. I'm coming. So guys, I think what I'm watching here is Alice, because I was just looking for some longs. But the bigger picture is this, I think. The only thing is, how are we going to go there is the question. Are we going to go straight? Are we going to have some bounces between, and then we're going to play, and then probably it's going to just dump? So that is a very important question we have, guys, and that's exactly where it comes to play. So practically, guys, I think BTC is literally going. I'm expecting it to have some small bounces, and that's exactly how I'm looking for a play on the BTC, guys. A few of the questions that you guys have asked me in the Discord, let me just answer it. First of all, trades update. So BTC limit, yes, it's valid. What other questions do we have? GMT is looking fucking. It's looking very hot. Let's also have SPX. Guys, today is a very crucial day for SPX, honestly. Holy mother of God. It just dumped. Oh my God. This is absolutely going for a big move. So just pack your bags. I just want BTC to hold. And just it finishes this move, I think we should be going really well. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's a perfect move now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You sweep this, take this liquidity, and then pump. Here. And that's going to be the dash line. So what I would expect on the SPX, just go sweep the levels of 4114, and then we reverse these levels like this. and then we go for A, B, and C, and that would be like 4,400 something, because then we're looking for some B wave move here. And when it goes to the levels, now what levels are we looking for the bounce? The perfect levels on the SPX would be very close to these levels, very close. So last would be, 1 second, this is an untested OB. This was just tested once, just tested once. I'm damn sure this OB has to do something with over here. Very clean and nice OB. Also, we have a gap over here. Let's say if it just bounces, if you don't bounce, then I think, oh my god, we just exit the BTC long as well. If we don't bounce it from here. Oh my god, ape is literally at the very nice levels, guys. Honestly, it's a very nice levels. It's like A, B, and C, and probably if it really wants to hold, this is the levels where it's to hold. You see the invalidation of upside, very clean invalidation that we have, very clean. It's like either it's like it's just gonna dump further from here, like liquidating everyone. But look at the funding of the ape. What many of you guys were saying, what's not here? Why do you think ape is going to dump? Ape funding is so negative. It's just going to keep on pumping. And here we are. Look at the ape funding. It's just continuously dumping with the negative funding. Literally dumping with the negative funding. Just watch it. Watch ape. Continuously dumping. Very close to invalidation level, guys. Very much close to invalidation. Look at the fucking ape. It needs to go nuke. Damn. But now let's say this is the wave 4, guys, and the way we have this blow off top. This is clearly a blow off top, guys. If you look at the daily, this is your blow off top. And this blow off top reminds me of waves. Look at the volume. This is your clear blow off top. This is your blow off top. Bear is like, it's like a done. This shit is done. Even if this is wave 4, it just needs to some accumulate here and there, and then I don't know what catalyst is going to, they're going to have it for the pump. But yes, it's going to be very tough for ape to pump. Come on, SPX. We already swept this lows, guys. Now the only low we have it like 4114 is something the levels. I hope this BTC holds and just don't nuke, because if it does, if it even go near under the levels of 3,7973, I might literally close my longs. Come on. Looking to the Litecoin. Luna is so holding so strong. Actually, look at it, Luna. It just don't want to go down. I mean, the way it is holding. Litecoin is also having a very nice 3-tap setup, but I'm not sure whether it's gonna hold. But look at the 1 hour chart. It's having a very nice and a clean 3-tap setup. It's a perfect 3-tap setup. Look at this. A very nice and a very clean ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A perfect 3-tap setup. Your targets, the long would be from $98 to $99. It's like you build it with your stops under this levels 96. You should be targeting maybe somewhere around the levels of 112, 113. But it all depends on how BTC is going to react. Come on, SPX, do something. Ethereum is just gonna sweep the lows. And USD dominance is definitely going to sweep the highs. Thereafter, we should be having some sort of a relief. This is the most important levels, guys, on the ape. It's like it's the risk reward is so amazing. If I have the long here, honestly, but I'm not going to try any longs on the ape unless I just want to make money off the funding. But that is like a very tough. Honestly, the 19.3, it was absolutely the best buys for the ape. And with the stops, manual stops, of course, not going to have the hard stops, but even the manual stops would work. Because look at the trend line. Well, this is your trend line, and it's perfectly holding the trend line. It's just testing the trend line, guys. And I'll just have to put this trend line here. Look at this. Look at the trend line we have. It's perfectly testing the trend line. So basically, if we just have to see the trend line, even a small bounce is expected from here. Even a small bounce. Not expecting a big down, bounce. Throated is very happy because he wants 37k so badly. I would be very happy if we literally go 37k from here. Would be very awesome. Would be very awesome. Looking at the ape, I think Alice, yeah, I think KNC is going into the return. We have the dominance. Ethereum is just breaking down. Luna. Ape is bouncing nicely. And BTC is just barely holding, but this is awesome. Come on. SPX, just do your thing and fuck off. 33k, I think 32k, my friend Udin, I completely agree because look at the H4 actually. I think I'll have to cancel all the orders at 37k because look at the H4. It now tells us that, you know, the minimum level should be 35.5, of course, is going to give you a nice bounce, maybe a bounce to 40,000 or so for the wave 4 or 40k levels or 4-5k bounce, but that might just go for a sell-off along with the SPX, and then probably BTC goes and nukes to the levels of 31,700 finally. But it's all like a wet dream, honestly, for now. The way the dollar index is just went up, it's like very difficult. I don't know how it is going to play, how things are going to fall in place, but it's going to be very tough. I think the wave 5 is very near to end on the SPX. Ethereum is probably going to sweep the lows. Once it sweeps, alas, we should see some relief bounce. If we don't, we cut off. Alice, ape is, this is a very nice trend line. It's a mimi trend line for the ape, guys. Near is going down for the $10. $10 is what it deserves. Now, the way FTM looks like, it is also going to die. Like FTM. 38,074. That is the last bid I have for this scalp. So it's going to take my overall risk to $250. Let's see. We'll lose 38.74 and we exit, okay? Come on. SPX, do something. Today is your fucking monthly closing. You need to close about 4,301. Of course, you can't do it now, but at least just give some sort of relief. I mean, it's a big task for the bulls to do it, but I don't think it's just going to have the big bounce. Honestly, in fact, the BTC bulls need to do something because 30, the way they are holding the levels. I mean, 30 at 550, as I mentioned, the CME needs to close above those levels. If the CME don't close above those levels, it's a big sell-off is going to happen on Monday, as soon as the Monday opens. We're just going to see some big sell-offs across the board. So we just have to exit all our positions, whether it is a swipe, a fill, I don't care. It's like, it's just, we have to exit that. Something like this. Let's come on. FTM near bottom. Near, I don't see any levels over here, my friend. If you have any levels, let me know. The levels are here. The golden pockets is lost. FTM may bounce, but I'm not beating on or banging on phone at the moment. I'm coming in 10 minutes, guys. Just hold on. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So seems to be like, sorry for to make you wait, and thank you so much for waiting up. 36.8 levels. C point go below. Yes, it's possible. I mean, we also discussed previously as well under the harmonic sessions that this harmonic is also pretty much valid. Well, this is known as very nice. It's not a Gartley kind of a harmonic, but this is a cipher. So cipher is very much possible. Well, if you look at the rules of the cipher, yeah, it's a pretty much golden pocket, like 0.618, very near to 0.618, and you got like 1161, which is also under the levels. And then you should be looking for 0.786, and then we extend a target of 886. So possibly something like this. This is known as bearish cipher. This harmonic what you're watching is bearish cipher, and I'm hopeful that it plays out. Let me just see if we do have any sort of a divergence here. Some sort of RSI and OBV on M15 is flipping bullish. What about H1? Do we have anything bullish on H1? Okay, MACD, RSI, OBV. All the three turns bullish on H1 as well. And what about H4? The lower term time frame is turning bullish. And this was already bullish. And we don't have anything on H4 right now. Maybe it will take some time to turn on. Now, if you just want to see any sort of a resistance or support, we don't have any. This is a very nice level. As you see, we are holding up these levels. It's like 3390, and we have a very nice H4 OB as well. That the levels we were bidding, it's a very perfect levels. I think it's a very nice levels as well. So it's a very nice OB. I mean, our longs are having a very nice confluence on the H4. Do we have anything on the daily? I mean, if we are playing scalps, I would definitely don't go for the daily, but just let's check. I mean, I haven't checked it. Oh my god, it's having a very nice divergence, but it's just played out actually, so nothing much interesting at these levels. And let's see the H1. Yeah, we are H1 over here. The lowest time frame M15 and H1 is bullish. Even if they are telling that we're going to have some small bounce, even if not like big one, but the small bounce is expected and anticipated. I look at the RSI. It's pretty much I would say the OB is very bullish. It's, you can see OB is still holding the levels. I mean, on the H1, I think I mentioned it in the morning as well, that the OB we are having a very nice support at those levels, as this was an accumulation, and right now, so we had a breaker, we did not hold it, dump, and then flip, and now we are testing this level. So practically this is a very nice zone, and I would like to see if we do hold this, then I think we can have a nice upside on the OB as well, particularly. So let's see if the things do hold here in the OB. If it holds, we can see some nice upside move on the BTC as we anticipate, and should be very, very, very smart and nice move. Come on, BTC, pump it. Okay, near is reversing through there. You are near. You long or near through there? You have anything? Through there. So that is praying for down nuke it. Do you have any count for the down nuke it? Why do you think it's just going to have down nuke it? Because I don't see anything. Unless they look at the lowest time frame counts. Actually, I'm just bothering because what kind of a move is this? This is a very shaky move actually. This one. The high volume trap. I don't know what sort of a move is this, honestly, if you ask me. Either this is ABC. A lot of theories we have. I mean, fucking lot of theories. So basically, as I told you in the morning as well, this whole move up can be like A, B, and C, and we just started the downside. So basically, this can be the C, okay? But then if this is the C, then it don't have 5 waves, and it was just a quick pump and dump, and then pump was like sweep of the high. So why would it does that kind of a move? I never seen such kind of a move in my life actually for BTC. So basically, what I assumed that this was A, B, and C we are doing right now, with the B over here, like maybe like A, B, C, or maybe like a W, X. Can't be W, X. So A, B, and C for B, and then you're gonna have for C move something like this. That's the only thing that makes sense for now. SPX is still just very near to the sweeping lows. I think once we sweep and the bounce should be very nice. The way BTC is holding would be very, very awesome. Ape is holding very nicely. M15 Alice is also looking good. Maybe just like a retest and a bullish retest it can be. You see the here, I'm like a retest. You see 1, 2, 3. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B. So practically, I mean, any longs on the Alice for 5.73. Probably we just have to very, very nice risk reward we have. If BTC literally bounces from here, Alice is going to get sent, is what I think. Because this looks like wave 1, and this whole bump is like wave 2. Then it's just going to be like, dang, Alice is going to have a big move. So better BTC bounces. Let's hope. Of course, I'm not having any Alice exposure at this moment, but I will definitely have it once I have a confirmation that literally BTC reverses. So unless I have a confirmation that BTC is reversing, it's like gambling with the Alice. So I'm just gonna stay out for now from Alice. But yeah. Yesterday, the Korean guy literally got wrecked on the BTC long. I just saw his video. Oh, KNC is bouncing from these levels. Gosh, it's just bouncing. It's bouncing of these levels. Practically, this can be like the momentum. It can be like the move is done. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the 5 waves are. I can see the 5 waves. Wow. KNC looks like it is bottom. And it's a very nice clean bounce of 2% so far. Come on, it's a very nice bounce. Luna shit is holding the fan. It's just not dumping shit. Can it be that 618? No. It should have the proper retracement. At least to these levels for a big bounce. I would not like to play you know. Oh god, BTC is bouncing because of XPX is holding. Inverse correlation, we have it here. Handicap flag, so rare. This or Goblin Town. Goblin Town should come. Let's see how that comes. Let's see how it comes to Goblin Town. And the Goblin Town. And the Goblin Town. Wow, KNC is bouncing so nicely. It looks like a bounce. For minimum bounce should be, in my opinion, should be somewhere around the levels of 5.5. It should give you a very nice move. Let's say this whole move is like A, B, and C, and it's like a big W. At least you should get a levels from here to at least 5.52 for a bounce. So now, how do we do that? It's of course it's not gonna go straight away. It's just going to have some sorts of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So practically we're going to retest the levels 5.18 and then have move up like this, come back down, retest the levels, and 5 waves up like this, and that would be awesome. Now having said that, this will be the kind of a move that this is A, B, and C. It's a W, another A, B, C is X, and then you have move down for Y, which takes the liquidity to 4.5. From this will be the big move on the downside. So practically the blue box, it hit over here at 5.119 so far on the KNC, guys. BTC is still not out of the woods. For us to have a clean bounce and for confirmation that the BTC bottom is in, I would honestly like to see BTC flipping this OB. So what OB are we talking about? This on the H1. This is a very nice H1 OB that people are literally going to short it probably, maybe again. But yeah, something like this is what I would like to see BTC flipping. Once it flips, class, we are just going to have the upside, and upside. Yeah, it's a very simple as well. Look at this from the perspective of the range. Okay, you have this range highs, this was the range lows. We found support here, and this was the resistance that we have it here from these levels. Okay, like a swing filler pattern, practically from these levels as well. Now you got the resistance over here. What's happened is you have a very big fair value gap at these levels. So these are the fair value gap that practically it's like it needs to be filled at some point of time. Now what happens is yes, we took the liquidity here, but we never close under these levels. You see, wick, but never close on the H1, and we have a push. Of course, the push is like we should be ideally taking the highs so as to confirm that BTC is literally going to move down, but we never took that highs. We rejected perfectly at the 786 Fibonacci levels, like 40,000. It also was 1236 extension of the wave A and B. We rejected. I mentioned yesterday this was the levels we need to be looking for. Don't long anything. It's like a take profits or a short zone. I did not short because of the ape. I was very upset, and I just went to bed, honestly. And I mentioned the 39,200 will be the levels where we should be looking for some longs, just in case if you are doing A, B, and C. And that theory invalidated. We got stopped out for 0.5%. Now the move we are having this downside, what I'm seeing over here is that this move can be A, B, and we're looking for C. If this harmonics is literally looking for some sort of a nice move, nice play, this can be a very nice ABC, which can conclude that this is your wave forward. So I think pretty much when we bounces to 40,400, everything is going to turn bullish on LTF, and again people are going to shout that we are bottom, we are pumping, something like this, and the whole market is going to be like up only kind of a thing, as how people behaves when it just BTC bounces. So practically it's like it will be very difficult for us to short, but yes, I think I'm gonna look for shorts for sure. I think approx 39,100 zone. What is that zone? What is that zone? I'm not longing KNC, guys, because I think I'm fine with the BTC for now, because I already have Litecoin longs as well, and maybe alias if it comes to these levels, and hold would be nice for like a 16-hour setup. But look at the best part is I'm very confident that it's Luna. Luna looks pretty much good the way it's holding, and the Litecoin is also pretty much holding nicely up here. SPX just squeeze down and then pump. Once SPX starts returning back, I think would be a very nice sign for overall market, because the BTC is already holding so well, and if SPX reverses, you know what is going to happen with the BTC actually. It won't stop. Out of nowhere, you're going to get a big candle liquidating everyone. So let me just see the funding. What exactly are the long short positions? Just give me a moment. Coin glass. Funding rate. So far the market is pretty much funding. It is turning negative, guys, on the Bybit. It's 28 negative, and the Binance is also probably going to turn negative. So I think the next funding rate is going to be turning negative, which clearly is very good, that people are literally building shorts over here. And what we get, because they are going to expect that we're going to squeeze down and maybe dump to $37,000 from here itself, likely as well. They might be right, and they might be right as well on this one. But honestly, if I have to tell you, you just need from the wavecon perspective, I see that we might have one more push up, one more. It's just from the wavecon, and I want to take that risk actually. So let's see. Long short ratio, it's like 47% long, 52% short on the 1 hour chart, and it's the same ratio since like whole day, as when people are shorting heavily on the BTC. In fact, the 4 hours is the long short ratio is 47% longs and 52.5% short, like 0.9% ratio. And if you look at from the 24 hours perspective, yes, 24 hours is like BTC 51% longs and 49% shorts, practically on the BTC. Let's look at the 12 hours as well. 12 hours is, yes, we're saying that the long short ratio is almost like similar, 50-50. So it is indifferent, but the lower time frame is turning the bullish for the BTC, as M15 is having a divergence, H1 is having a nice divergence. So probably this can be a very nice levels for the BTC, I think. Alts are not my play. Okay, Aztec, she showed in Gala. Another short on Kawa. He showed in Kawa as well. Fuck, I closed my shorts on Kawa very early. I like his plan actually. Fuck. KNC is a very, very, very shit. KNC will bounce, guys. Just a matter of time. Ape is also having a nice trend line. I don't know whether if this is the Mimi trend line or what, but look at the volume actually. The volume is continuously rising. If I'm trying to convince myself or not, I'm not sure, but just like a 1, 2, 3. It's a very nice 1, 2, 3. So it can be W, X, Y, or A, B, and C, W, maybe something like this, or maybe like ABC. Even if this is ABC, then next you should get a bounce to minimum levels of, you have a very big supply zone on the 4 hours, and also you have a small supply zone somewhere around these levels 23 and 24. So small bounce should definitely get it if we hold these levels of 19.379. Okay, it all depends on how are we going to hold these levels. If we hold, yes, we're going to have a nice bounce. Now the Luna is breaking down. Good that it is breaking down. Come on, Luna. Litecoin is holding so nicely. Gosh. And why is it breaking from here? Okay, so I just don't have the lowest time frame user dominance count. It's so tricky. Ola is here or she's sleeping? Ola is here. No, she is sleeping maybe. Bybit will always get wrecked. It's not like that. I don't think so. If it gets wrecked, everybody gets wrecked. It's like Binance, Bybit, the whole market gets wrecked. Why do you have this kind of a question? That why Bybit people always get wrecked. In fact, I would say Bybit is more safer than Binance. Binance is having a very different liquidation algorithm than Bybit. Bybit is much safer. Their algorithms are much safer actually. Or did you share some charts? Like the BTC dominance or something? I can't see it. That's why. I honestly, my liquidation happened on Binance. So yes, I know the Binance bot. And when I was in 2019, I was in one of the group. There was one guy called Crypto Hawk, and he was, Crypto Hawk, and he gave us the referral link for Binance for everyone. And we were using his referral code, and honestly, he was making tons of money literally by counter trading us. We never knew that, but many people who would have known him, his name was John Carl Robin. He was a scammer. We never knew that. And XRP was the one that I got liquidated in 2019 just because of his call. He literally made us long XRP, and he personally shorted it, And what happened is we literally got liquidated actually. And I was in 2019 beginning. It's like we were in the bear market at that point of time as well. So January or something. And that was like, honestly, it's like, it was so bad. Everybody got wrecked. Not only me, but the whole group, I would say. Everybody was shouting for refunds and blah, blah, blah. Shit. And he used to accept the payments in XRP only. He was a big XRP fan. He was the one who was like, I mean, but yes, one thing I should tell about him, and I should appraise that I learned this fibs technique from him actually. He was a master of fibs, but he used it negatively on the people to make quick money. So he used to scam people, ask money for trading and blah blah shit, and he literally lost tons of monies of people and scammed them. A lot of cases were going against him. So that's the reason. I mean, I have a bad experience with Binance where people, but their algorithms are such on the Binance. They earlier also they used to literally hunt the liquidations actually, literally hunt the liquidations, and those were the kind of algorithms. Bybit is preferably safe. I never got liquidated on Bybit. The stops are safe. The liquidity on the high cap coins are really good. Yes, for the illiquid coins, with the volume less than 50 million, and if you're playing with big money, you should definitely avoid stop losses with when you put stop loss during the at the time of trade, when you select the TP and stop loss, then you should avoid all these things, because then you should use the limit close for the stop loss. That's what I learned when you're playing with big money, and that's how you say safe on the Bybit. Bybit would never, because look at many times. Binance, KuCoin, every time they hit and take the lows, but Bybit will never. There are many times I've seen Bybit literally makes higher highs, and whereas all other exchanges make lower lows. Many times. That's exactly tells you that Bybit is not about just stop hunt. It's all about the fair play actually. But of course, I'm not the brand ambassador of Bybit. Nobody pays me to do that. It's up to you. But the thing is, it's like, oh fuck, I think I should be buying Ethereum over here with a very tight stop loss. Maybe it's a very nice game actually. What kind of this can be? It can be A, B, and C. Even if you're just testing the levels, I think best would be these levels, like the Devil's Play actually. I mean, even if I had to put the trend line, so yeah, I think this would be somewhat. It's a very nice game, I think. Anything under this was the best risk reward anybody would have got it. Like BTC bounces, Ethereum is going to go pump more actually. 10%, and Ethereum target would be how much? Yeah, almost 10%. So 1:1, something similar. Should not be. The risk reward is amazing. Almost like 7R. What kind of a wave count would that be? Guys, remember the short on Ethereum? I gave a 3550, 3580. Look at the point. It was a pre-core top actually. Perfect. It's just that we didn't hold that short. We quickly took profits on this dump, and we never re-shorted it actually. That was good actually. 2, 1, 2. Maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A, B, C, B. And it's like 1, A, B, and C, or maybe like 1. The only problem with me is I'm not able to figure out what exactly this move is, honestly, if I tell you. Because normally what happens is when you have this kind of dump, like a straight dump, many times it turns out to be wave A actually. And why would it have the wave A? I don't know actually. I really have no answer for it. I'm really sorry for that, but this is the hard fact. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Friends, I have no answer for that, but pretty much Ethereum at 2,800 would be nice. I'm just waiting for SPX. It's just holding the levels. The market is closed or what? Why SPX is not moving? The market is closed. Is hold on. No, I think it's not closed. Then why SPX is not moving? Yeah, I'm going to Turkey. Dubai meetup after summer probably. It's too hot here right now. Is SPX closed? The market closed or what? The New York session, New York markets. Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Dow tumbles more than 900 points and the Nasdaq drops 4% on Friday. So I think the Nasdaq. Oh shit. That's the reason. The market is closed now. Shit. What a monthly close. It's the worst monthly close I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just look at the look at the Nasdaq. Look at it. I mean, the SPX. What do you think? It's bullish or bearish? It's so dangerous. It's like, wow, this is the worst monthly candle you would have ever seen. I'm damn sure, guys. I think we should be shorting all the whole market on before Monday. So basically, if you do get the bounce over the weekend, probably let's say today and tomorrow, Sunday we are literally going for shorts, maybe. Or maybe, what happens is the market gets a relief bounce and then dump. Wow. Shit hit the fan. These kind of candles is only when we saw it here and here. Whenever we see something like this, you see at least the monthly closes like with the bounce. You have this tail. Where is the tail? The sell pressure was big. I mean, these kind of big candles without the tail is like something like this we have seen in the past. The next month open that in the May opens with the tail, a wick and then pump. So similarly, what we can see from here is, I think on the forward chart, if I have to tell you, I think maybe from Monday we open with a dump, sweep these lows, go to the OB 4064 and just pump. That would be very, very awesome. A, B, and C. A equals to C always. Always I've seen that thing. A equals to C. Which means that if A equals to 5 waves, C will always have 5 waves. But if A equals to ABC, C will then have ABC. And this theory applies in WXY only when we are forming WXY. Five-time takeover is maker fees and Bybit. Yeah, they just want to they're Bybit actually they want to have a proper trading platform. Like the apes, when you have limit plays, it's like you create a huge liquidity in the market. And that's how I think. Yeah, I do think so. BTC analysts will accumulate for that pump to 40 to 400 and SPX pump for to 4,432. Again, gives a bullish vibe in the month of May, and then after that, tumble down to the levels, forming a very nice WXY and to the 3,800 zone. Bearish sell off reverses. Well, these kind of a move, just watch gold for once. Gold is very bullish, guys. I'm fully loaded on the gold. Like I literally bought. Do we have any FBI or CBI or anything fun from India? Guys, anyone? I hope it's like only 61, 302 views. Fine, I just won't disclose, but yes, I bought a nice gold on this bounce. I mean, on this dump that I mentioned on the Twitter as well. You want to see gold chart? Okay, let's do a one thing. I've never seen some stocks. Do you want to see some stocks chart like Netflix or Amazon? Do you trade stocks? Do you, anyone? Let me just put it like gold, 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 gold. This is where my average entry on this equilibrium, that like 1876, and it's a buy. I think the gold is going to reverse, and probably looks like to me that this is like a clean, this is like a B and C for A B C, like a WX, and it's going to have the Y move here finishing. So the gold looks very bullish. Still, we are above the levels of 1876. I think we are going to have a big reversal, and we literally go to 1876 perfectly. And I got a very nice average on the gold around 1885, and I'm just gonna keep it because I started buying gold from 1910, and I added more at 1876, and that's why Anybody would like to see Amazon chart? I want to show you something. Amazon. If you do have the history, that would be great. But just look at something on the Amazon chart. And I have did my own research on the Amazon from the past. Let me just remove the drawings. When we were back in 1990, before 2000. Yeah. Well, look at the Amazon. Look at it. So what happens to the Amazon? The whole move was like, Amazon currently, what I think on the BTC is that yes, we had that 20K move, and then a dump, and then again we had a pump to 65K, 30K, 67, 69K, and dump, like we got something like this. Amazon swept the lows for irregular expanded flat. This was your wave 3 A, B, and C for irregular expanded flat, like this irregular expanded flat. If BTC, even if it is irregular expanded flat, we will bounce from 32,000 sweep, even to 52, 53,000 again, and then dump. We'll see. And after that, Amazon just made new highs like this, And what happened? The cycle ends, and Amazon printed a big harmonic, a big amp pattern, like a big amp pattern. It was the beginning, early stage of Amazon, and in 2001, it started, reversing. So basically, before it just dumped, it literally went from like $1 to like almost 8,538% up. It went almost like $100, 110 to be precise, and from there it dumped almost like 95%. So and then the real accumulation and things starts happening. Now these kind of a move, these are the charts, very interesting to study. It really helps to see the price action kind of a move that we are watching. It's really helpful. Also, this was the irregular expanded flat we saw, and this is the running flat. You see the running flat like this, like A, B, and C, and then one C, and then have a up, and then fake out dump. Over here it's like A, B, and C, so something like this. A running flat. This is your running flat, and then we started pumping from here. So practically this move was like 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, and then 5 up here, and pretty much this is like a move down on the Amazon. Look like ape. Yeah, pretty much if you look at the Amazon, it's forming a a rounded bottom. Look at the BTC when we formed the rounded bottom. What happened? We literally went. So Amazon, I'm expecting it around $1,600, and I think it's just going to not hold the levels of 1,600, but most likely we're just going to look at 1300. So look, if you look at the BTC, you know, we had a very nice rounded bottom. It's like sorry, rounded top like this, like a penis, you know, a rounded top, and it just, you know, what kind of a drawing would this be? So the first level of support for Amazon, or maybe the levels, I would say. Uh, Many platforms do you have? I do on Fidelity. I have account on Fidelity as well. There are other platforms here, and you can draw as well. Like this, you want to see Amazon going. Amazon accumulate here, head and shoulder, head and shoulder. People will be expecting Amazon to go to 400, 200, and it reverses. And from India also, there are new apps. Honestly, you can trade, but Amazon looks amazing. I mean, so look amazing. Just watch these Amazon charts and tell me what makes you feel bullish on about this. It's a perfect rounded top, and we have lost the neckline. Practically, this is your neckline. So we have lost the neckline and a big resistance. And yeah, for the lower term time frame, as we see SPX bounces, yes, this is a very nice OB. We have it here. So maybe a small push from here, this box, and a bearish retest like 2872 and maybe 3040, and then further dump might possible. If that happens, I'm going to short Amazon, you know. Practically awesome. I buy gold on Reliance, Tanishq. These will be all like a, you know, soft gold, not like a physical delivery, and their slippage is like nothing, and the fees is very low. Also, I trade futures, not exactly futures, but the margin trade on the gold. Futures are very options are very tough, so I just trade margins on gold, and it's local actually. There are platforms you can trade, but I do it normally locally here in the gold souk market. If you'll go there with some nice jewelry shop, big ones, you can lend money to them like a margin, because what happens is when you're having the not the white money, when you have cash, this is the only way to trade it actually. Because if you have money in bank account, then you can open an account online and do it. But if you're just dealing with the cash, then this is how you should do it actually. I mean, I can't disclose much, but this is how I normally do the margin play. Good. Luna. Look at the Amazon. Wow, it's so looking great. I mean, the RSI is very bottom, like most deadliest oversold territory, and retest and further dump. Let me just post it on Twitter and see what people reacts to, how people reacts to. Definitely, I'm gonna get tons of questions. What exactly you're talking about, my friend? Oh. Sorry. SPX. NQ. NQF. And stock market. Well, I like this plan, but let's see how things plays out. Eid is coming, and should we put our stops on at break even and just go to bed? I can't just keep on doing that because honestly, Amazon. One sec. You want to see Netflix? Let's see Netflix. If you really want to learn technical analysis, you should start looking for learning the charts and the price action. These are the charts like tech stock charts. These give you the perspective that how things should play out. Now let's look at this Netflix as well. A very Amazon kind of a pattern. It pump like almost from it just went in 2002 from 37 cents. It went to like 400%, and of course the it was all before the dot-com bubble, and it just dumped to 1.3, like almost 90% down, almost like this, 77% down, not exactly the 77%, yeah, but 76.8% down. And after that it pumps. So basically every asset has a first cycle, and it gets accepted, it gets um, product starts launching, and then things starts going good, and that's exactly the cycle. When you have this cycle, the dump would be very hard. We have seen Netflix going like this before as well, from like 43.5, it dumped literally like 9.4, somewhere around. The dump was practically the low was like 82.2%, 80 to 82.2%. Now we are seeing a very similar kind of a dump from here as well. So Netflix, I mean, it's like it's nothing new, guys. Then look at the volume and the sell off. It's like this is the range that we are looking for, and I think the way we are holding, I think I would definitely buy Netflix over here. I would definitely buy, because look at the dump. It's like almost 73% plus minus. Max it can go to the levels of 80% if I just keep this range like 140, 143. With SPX having one more move down, I think once SPX squeeze the lows, I think it's best to buy, because it's just going to be like a swing filler pattern of the range, and then up. So practically, I think SPX would make a very nice move for a bounce. Practically, I think Netflix in this, the bottom on Netflix would be somewhere around 82 to 83%, somewhere around 80 to 83, as we have seen historically, somewhere around this. But let's have a look from the fifth Fibonacci perspective. So just look at from the perspective of the 3 days chart, because yeah, that would make sense. Perfect. Well, if you look at the 3 days chart, we started the trend on Netflix. So this was your trend, and we went up here. Practically 786 is going to be the best bounce. So like $156 is a very nice levels for a bounce. And I think I would buy Netflix for sure and just hold for now. From $156 to 140 is the buy, in my opinion. Practically this OB. Now also let's have a look at from the perspective of the trend extension as well. Of course, you should also look the trend extension, because Bitcoin is holding for now, forming a very nice. Oh wow! Look at the. What kind of a candle is this? Can anyone tell me? What kind of a candle is this? Come on. engulfing candle on the 1 hour. It's a bullish engulfing candle. I think everybody slept. Am I the only one on the live, or everybody is gone? So practically, I mean, let's have a look at the Netflix chart from the bottom and maybe see how things looks like. So practically, yeah, this was the lows. I'm just gonna put it here for now. Uh, Remove this and this will be the low and this will be the high. The first level of big moves, and look where it rejected between 1:1 extension 1236. Look at this. And now if you want to see the bottom should be somewhere around 0.14 Fibonacci levels. And yeah, 0.14. Because we're just having the sorry, not from this levels of 0.14, but this was for top. We just want to see the top pattern for the BTC. Now, if you also want to see the bottom formation, it's clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the fifth wave, guys. It's like 156 is the best buy for Netflix. 140 to 156. Hey, hi, Mariam. Mariam is a really nice name. Are you Shia? My cousin name is Mariam as well. Hey, Lindsay Lohan. Looks like, yeah, it's a engulfing candle, like a bullish engulfing. A very nice candle. And of course, ideally, this candle is a bullish engulfing, the name itself suggests. And it says that we need to bounce. So let's see how the engulfing candle plays out. Netflix is a best buy ever. Somewhere around 142 to 150 levels, and should hold in my opinion, but we need to have some fib levels. You have 786 fib levels, maybe retest of some sort of an accumulation, not here, but just show some. Netflix opens with the dump, and then we hit the fan like this, accumulate B, and then we go for C, and the retest of high is forming like a golden pocket zone over here. But the golden pocket zone is too far. So basically, I'm just going to target the golden pocket zone because we're not going A, B, and C. But most likely, what I'll be targeting is going to be like 0.382, and max is 0.5. That's it. But I would say 0.5 would make sense, forming like a Quasimodo pattern inside out. So from there, we dump down to 86.9 and $87. Like the pattern we saw here as well. Like we got a 5 waves down, a clear sell-off. You see this kind of a move in the pattern. We also had like from here we just went to 0.236 or what? 0.236. Slightly above, let's say 0.238. I'm just gonna keep that 0.236 move just in case we just don't go for the big bounce. So practically like a bearish retest, and 0.236. At the first level of target, like golden pocket zone. So I would like to play this. least go here and a bounce to golden pocket zone, and we'll see how things react from there. Okay, so Netflix looks great. Very nice bounce is expected. Very nice bounce. Let me just post it on the Twitter. Yes. Ah. And what exactly are you watching? Why? What happened? Yeah, I have multiple screens, so that's the bad. Oh, my BTC is pumping. Come on. Come on, the engulfing candle is working. At least something is working. Do you have any idea about blocks, bro? Bro, Salman Khan is speaking. Like any new project, like for example, Project Galaxy Token GAL. Like before its launch, can you buy a block like in a bulk? I'm sorry, man. I don't know anything about that. Maybe if you're associated with GAL Galaxy Token, I don't know. If you want to buy, you can contact them. If you would like to be a seed investor, they might give you some sort of a you know place as a seed investor. But I don't know any sort of these things. Normally, I don't do shit investments in those projects. I I'm focused on the real estate actually. And as I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Ape, actually, I have a nice long on the trend line retest. If you see my friend Gabriel Hoffman de Oliveira, I'm sorry for a wrong pronunciation, but this is a very nice level and a Mimi trend line, just in case if you hold here. So Gabriel, yeah, but what I told you guys, and what if in the next few years we have a new superpower, and that is going to be China? How the world is going to look like? Well, that is something even I don't know, because that is absolutely going to be bad for the humanitarian thing, because they don't believe in humanity. China, a lot of issues are itself going on in their country, like they are treating their citizens like the monarch government. But anyways, I mean, but China itself is practically saying that by 2050 they are going to be the world superpower. How much time, bro? Sharu Meman. Hi, Sharu. Shaur. Your name is Shaur, or it's the pronunciation is correct. How much time did it take you to reach at the TA levels you are, and how much time you used to give charts for learning? It's a very long story. I would like to cut it short. Of course, as I mentioned, I was not that born and brought up in the rich family. I was like in the lower middle class family, I would say. And my father used to work hard, and he made a nice money as well. But he was like, he never used to invest. He never used to save anything. He used to just use it. on fancy clothes, cars, and everything. And suddenly he passed away in 2008, and he left us very small money, which really helped us in surviving, like just surviving. And hence, I was very focused on to being something for the future. As you say in India, you need to, study. I became CA. I gave up my 6 years of my life not doing anything. No tour, no friends, nothing. I still don't have any friends, honestly. No best friends, nothing. I really don't have any friends because it's like people came in your life and went away. There are no people in my life who stays there. They just go away, and I don't even ask them to stay actually because it's up to them. But what happens is during this process, um, in 2000, and then I started my job in 2015 with multinational. So in 2017, when I moved to Mumbai, I was hearing everywhere about Bitcoin, and it was like very bull. So it's like, okay, fine, what is the Bitcoin? And I started researching what is blockchain, what is this kind of technology, all these things. I decided to just took a loan from HDFC Bank and started trading. Not trading, but just like a noob, like you guys, like not you guys, but of course you're far better than me. What I was like, just even I was not having Twitter, how to use it. Well, if you just watch my Twitter account, I joined in August 2017 to be precise. This was my first, and I was following few guys on the Twitter like Bitcoin, and they were like buy, and I was like, okay, fine. But I just follow them, buy. When they say sell, I sell, and I made a nice chunk of money, like huge money. As you can imagine, a person who don't have anything and just made like more than crores would be amazing for you guys, right? That's what I made. And I lost it as well with the XRP and everything. It's like all the profits were gone with the bear market. So, and then I started developing my skills like in the technical analysis from 2018 trading. And 2019 got liquidated. Again, I invested in myself trading because I have a white collar job. So I don't care even if I lose like in India, I lose like 100K or so Indian rupees. At that point of time, it was like more than $6,000 because of the exchange rate. At that time, it was like 63, 64 rupees INR for USD. Right now, it is 74, of course. So, and then I invested in myself doing study and practicing on chart, paper trading, and then I started with the funds on just like $1,500, and here I am. Never got liquid after that. Practicing, studying. It's like I've never only read one book in my life, and I've just read it more than 5 times. It's the book name, and that was the book was recommended one of my friend who was in that Discord, the Crypto Hawk Discord. He was a very nice guy from the Paris, and he suggested me that you should definitely go through this book, The Japanese Candlestick Pattern by Steve Nisson. It's a nice book. I read it once, didn't get it. It just everything went off the roof. Second time, okay, started getting and understanding things. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, and then I was like, wow, it's amazing. And I started practicing. And then I was in Crypto Hawk Discord, so I learned fibs from him. He used to do live sessions. I used to just, watch him daily live. Of course, it was very tough for me after 2018 when I got married. It was very tough to give time to your work, your wife, family, and then all these things because the market never used to sleep, and we were still in the bear market. So it's like it was very difficult, and everything happened was like very quick. I used to literally, when everybody used to sleep, I used to just get, never used to sleep and just used to be awake since till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and just used to study charting, trading on the Bybit as well. And that's how I started sharpening my saw. And slowly and gradually, that's how I started building more confidence. So I started with the fibs. That was the first thing I started. Then Elliott wave theory, practice, went many times wrong, and then many times right as well. And then started from EW, just also started adding harmonics. From there, I started adding, the ranges and a lot of other things like pitchfork and blah, 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 blah. And still I'm learning. Then I started exo charts in 2021 and then started adding lot of confluences. Here I am, actually, I'm still learning, guys. One thing I would like to say, as a trader, you can never be successful. You make 100 million, 150 million, that doesn't mean that you are successful. Definitely you're not successful. A person, a professor, if you are any professional, a professional can never be a successful person. And a professional is always be a student. Till it is having an attitude that he's a student, he is definitely going to succeed on every step. The day when he says to himself and to everyone that I am very successful, I have achieved everything, khalas, that is the day when your downfall starts. Every day you learn, every day. I'm learning every day, every day. And that's the reason you see my brain, it's like the price action, everything is already fit from like 2018, because I'm seeing these charts, BTC charts, like almost 365 days since 2018. I know the price action, I know how it has behaved in the past, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be same that we had in the past, because in the past we were never having this sort of an institutions. No, we were not having that sort of a institutions like we have on CMEs. um you know a lot of things have changed by that time. So it's like a lot of people are here to protect BTC. We were not having Elon Musk, we were not having Michael Saylor, we were not having Do Kwon, we were not having um, I don't know who other people, but a lot of institutions are buying BTC and holding in their balance sheet. So we were not having that kind of culture at that point of time. So things have changed pretty much. So right now it's like we are very early stage of adoption, and honestly speaking, when so yeah, basically let's forget about the future. But this is how I started, and this is where I am actually. So basically it took like almost 4.5 years for me to be at the levels I am right now. Slow grinding. It will never be a very quick one. I lost all my profits, and I was like, my god, what happened? I want to recover it fast. I understand it hard way in 2019 liquidating, and then I said three things you should definitely have it. I also told to Gabriel, patience is the first and most important thing, you should have it. Second thing is something, is the process, the learning process. The learning curve should not be flattened at any point of time. It should be just keeps on going up like a pumping. So you should not have a flattened learning curve. Your learning curve is like, should go up like this. Normally what happens is, I've seen many times, and many traders does it. I mean, either their attitude or whatever, I don't know, but this is a big problem. Your learning curve is this. You started learning curve, and when you reach this height, you feel like you know everything, and your ego comes. You started forget about everything. You become rude. That's the problem. That's the problem with the mentality. Most important thing is when you go up, how you treat the other people, how you treat the other people is something that kind of the personality is going to decide that whether you're going to have that one more push up on the learning curve, and you're going not only with the learning curve, but it's like the overall growth for yourself, or you just going to tank or stay flattened like where you were flattened. So the learning curve basically should be, there will be a point where you will have some sort of a, it should always go up like this, always. You don't want a learning curve to be like this, flatten. Halas. No. When you go into the comfort zone, alas, I mean, you won't be able to do anything. So just have that fire in you. The fire should always keep burning. The curiosity, you have it. Always keep burning. It should be like you wake up in the morning, see yourself in the mirror while brushing your teeth, and it's like, how am I going to be more productive today? What something new I'm going to do today apart from my job or anything? Every day I used to ask this question. Every day I used to learn a new technical analysis tool and apply in when I was doing job. My boss used to ask me, Okay, Tahir, where's the report? Just give me this report. I used to prepare, and in the free time, I used to stay late in the office. My boss used to feel that I'm working in the office. But what exactly I used to do is that I used to sit in the corner of the office so that nobody can see my laptop, and I used to do the technical analysis and all these things, charting. So practically, it's like if you really want to do, there should not be any barrier. There are no excuses. There should not be an excuse. You just have to sacrifice. Unless and until you sacrifice. So remember one thing: to get you know to get big, you need to aim big, and to aim big, you need to sacrifice big. So getting will be based on aiming, and aiming will always and always will be based on sacrificing. So until unless you sacrifice something, you won't gain anything. You know, until and unless you unless you sacrifice something, you will never ever get anything. Never, honestly. So I'm sorry for taking a lot of you time. Thank you so much. It's a very nice word, Lolek 4711. Yes, I'm your friend too. Anytime. I'm not longing. Gabriel, Ape was see Ape it's having a very nice rejection, but the stop loss is very tight. So let's see how things plays out. Its CDM is a very looking nice. Honestly, if you ask me, it's a perfect 3-tap setup, holding it, reclaim the levels like a swing for a pattern 2790 to reclaim and should go up. So practically, I think BTC USD should also have a nice move. But looking at this move, the way we are rejecting the golden pocket zone 618, you might just go for a double bottom kind of a thing, maybe even a retest of 38,300 or so, forming like inverse head and shoulder on the lower than time frame. Look at this. Like this and this. So 39,000 is an OB, remember, and 38,900 is going to be a very important levels. Unless and until it flips, it's like a KNC, Remember KNC? What did I mention? If KNC over here as well, I mentioned in the live, if KNC don't flip this, OB is a big supply zone. Don't flip this, it's just going to dump, and we literally dump. I showed it KNC again at 5.63 when we were doing live. It was here, and I mentioned that this is the retest where you want to, either we flip it here and go up, or we reject and go down. Mostly the harmonic was saying that we need to go down, and that's exactly what we are playing for now. So similarly as well, BTC is having a nice M15 OB over here, or I would say H1 OB, not like M15, but the H1 OB. So you have the H1 OB here. So what you would want is a retest of the OB. You flip this level on the OB, and kalas, we go for these moves. So then you're gonna go for the bigger OB that we have. We have never tested this OB after the breakdown, so practically these levels. And once we go up, we'll see how things plays out. But this is a minimum target I would like to see on the BTC. If you look at from the M15 perspective as well, so basically these are the two levels and very, very crucial levels for BTC in my opinion, guys. And when you flip the levels of 39,500, alas, we are just going to go to the $42,400 levels. That is for sure. It's going to happen. So practically now we have first two tasks is to hold the $38,000 levels. Second is we need to flip the levels of this OB at 30,900. Once you flip this OB as a support, then the next level would be the equilibrium, and also this OB on the H1 that we have around 99,500. That's order block we have, so like a supply zone. And then once you flip this up, you reject any OB over here, then you can play some ranges. Basically you reject in the first instance, come back here, accumulate and reclaim, and then up. So basically you can play some ranges like this. Even we reject here on the first instance, let's say, then probably the support is going to be somewhere around these levels. We're going to have a concrete support at these levels and then push. So these are the ranges that you played OB on OB, OB and OB. So that would be very nice if you're just playing. This is a great tutoring, Tahir. Thank you. Really inspiration. Really enjoying today's live. Salam, Salman Khan. So for this time, honestly, I always learn something new from you in every life. I live in fear that one day you will leave WWG. No. The only day I will leave WWG is when you guys want me to leave. Probably you might get bored of me, or I'm useless, or you feel that, you know, I'm not giving much shit or whatever. That's the only thing. I never leave my people actually. Unless people wants to leave me, that's a different story. And bro, the fire never died. But recently it is starting to die. The mistakes is keep on teaching me now. Why? The recently it is starting to die. Why? Stand up yourself. Go walk in the mirror, my friend, and just ask yourself what has changed suddenly. Also, I would want how many people are there on the live? Just give me a thumbs up. I want each and everyone to give the thumbs up. Today, after this live, before you go to the bed or talk with anyone, have a book, have a paper, and write down what you want or how you would want to see yourself 10 years down the line. Get up in the morning, stand in front of your, mirror, and imagine yourself to be like a millionaire. Though, despite the fact you might be a millionaire or not, imagine like a person, how a millionaire would be behaving. If you are a millionaire, how would you behave? You know, something like this. So get up your ass and just start working. Make a plan and have do whatever it takes to make it happen. Inshallah, even the universe is going to help you to make it happen. The what was the name of the movie? I saw it, the Shah Rukh Khan movie, and the Deepika Padukone. What was the name? Thank you so much, Michael and Slay. Sorry for if I just not able to pronounce your name, but the Japanese Candlestick by Stephen Son. See ya soon. I mean, see ya soon is the name of the person. I'm telling to him. This could be a three-tap retest and forming a range 30 at 41. Yes, perfect. Dodge 2.74. See, remember one thing. Do you do you follow uh do you follow Warren Buffett? There's one saying of Warren Buffett. Whenever you see an asset dumping from the highs, like it's just keep on dumping, just don't enter into this kind of an asset. Just don't enter into an asset or don't buy an asset just thinking that this level is going to hold and it just needs to bounce. No, it's better to literally get into an asset after confirmation and just let it ride rather than just blindly going into it and have your capital blocked permanently or maybe like khalas. Now coming to a question what Udin asked me, whether you see the Dodge. Let's go to the Dodge chart. I think this is a very nice. SPX is closed, so I think weekend is going to be green. Inshallah, hopefully, because Eid is coming. Everybody should come live. Nice. We need Eid present. So far, we're just accumulating in this range, my friend. So the way I'm seeing here is the Dodge is having a very nice OB here, and the box what you're watching. What I'm watching is on the Dodge is this move is clear. A, B, and some sort of a nice, A, W, X, and it's like a Y. So practically it's going to be A, downside, and something like this. New lows is definitely going to happen. So we're going to sweep this lows first of all. That is going to be like 10 cents. Now looking at this kind of a move, and this is first, second, third, and the pyramids it's like an accumulation that's happening over here. This was the first accumulation, and then we dump, and again we started a dump, and then we had another accumulation, and then we dumped. And now what is happening is we just dumping, and we're just going to have some more accumulation over here, and then we're going to have the wig-wag like goes to 4 cents or so, or maybe not, might not, but this white line is a very nice levels. We do hold these levels, and the WXY finishes is off like what we saw on the BTC. Yes, I do think that Dodge might go for this move, a pump to 75-80 cents. And even if not 75, 80 cents, I think at least Doge can do at least 55, 60 cents. When BTC makes new highs, Doge don't make new highs, my friends. Doge is going to make not higher highs, but a lower highs, and then dumping like BTC did, and goes to 4 cents to 3 cents, or maybe even 2 cents as well. And in the bear market, accumulate, accumulate, accumulate like BTC did, and then pump. So this is how I would like to see Doge, in my opinion, if this is what we see, like what we saw in the BTC, like a blow off top and then pump and then dump, forms some sort of a nice pattern, and then something like this. But let's see how. But yes, the new highs will happen only and only when BTC reaches to the levels above $200,000. As I mentioned, 2025 will be the year where BTC is going to have a market cap of $4.5 trillion. So practically, BTC is going to top out in 2024, 2025 bull run, or maybe even 2026, around $4.5 trillion. So that is going to be the cap. And that point of time, the Doge market cap would be somewhere around, in my opinion, would be the price of the Doge at that point of time would be somewhere around 2.1 to $2.3. So practically you can just compute the market cap. So yeah, Doge is definitely going to have this move up, but don't expect it that Doge is going to have that kind of a big move in next year or two, maybe one in next 6 months or so. But I think the next big move on the Doge is going to have when we literally BTC hits $4.5 trillion. Apart from that, it's not going to happen. Also, BTC is not going to go above 100k this time. It's just going to reject around 79, 80k. The way I've explained everything, the fibs we have, max it can go to the levels of $94,000. So practically, because it's a perfect 1:1 extension of the wave 2 and 3. So when it goes to the perfect 1:1 extension, like the Netflix did, 1:1, 1:36 between. Once it happens, you literally short the market, and just forget about it, because for the next few months, it's just going to dump, 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 and dump. In between, you can just play some scalps, but that's fine. But it's just going to dump. So practically, it's like you have to protect yourself in the bear market. So I think Dodge bounce is going to happen, Udin, but don't expect it to happen in this move up. Dot, I think the $14 chart on the dot is very nice chart, and BTC is moving very nicely. Let's see if it's just gonna hold it. Uh, I think I just have to sleep now. It's already late. 1:30 over here. Oh shit! The dot has literally lost the levels, and maybe a 3-tap setup. Let's see if dot holds the levels of 15.9. If we do hold these levels, but this is not a 3-tap setup, honestly. It's like another accumulation here before a breakdown. So it's like this. One more accumulation happens and we break down. And it's like forming a bigger accumulation here, and it's gonna break down. So, or maybe if you do hold the levels, now what levels you would want to see the dot to hold, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I think if we, 1 second, this one just let the flips first of all. That's the range we have, and that's like a 0.86. So the levels I would want dot to probably hold is this. Well, this is a very nice OB. Even if we lose the levels of 15.5, I think this should hold, because if we don't hold, then it's going to sweep the lows, maybe 10.3, go to the levels of 8.5, even $7. The way we had a deviation at the top, we might go for a deviation at the bottom, and after that we go for a reversal like this. So practically, as we have lost the trend line, dot might just go bounce, retest of the trend line, shorts it again one more time, lose the levels, go here down, swing filler pattern, and then flip it and then push it up like this. So that's how I'm seeing dot for now. So I think dot is not looking that good. We have lost the trend line. It's a bigger trend line, and it's a parallel channel that we have it here. So of course you don't bet on it. Don't literally long it, because it's like a SRM. Look at the SRM. SRM also lost it, and when it lost the trend line, it just keeps on dumping very, very hard. You see the trend line, what happened after the trend line? It just went down so deeper that it's like it went very, very, very deep. SRM as well. So practically, what I would say is just avoid right now dot. So I think for now, I think we are here breaking down. Any retest is gonna happen, and then probably gonna dump more. Look at the SRM chart from here. If I have to say these highs, it's a perfect SRM chart. Uh, how do we measure the fibs is a question. Almost at the 1 to 1 is to 1, or maybe like I would say 0.886. I mean, somewhere in between those levels. If that is the case, then you just look at to and what was the daily SR we have? We rejected here. That's fine. Dot USD perhaps. I'm just going to compute those levels with the help of what we did with SRM. So yeah, I think 7.2, somewhere in like between 7.2 to 5. I see the big bounce on the dot. From here, you can see that, of course, how you would be treating dot. I think dot is breaking down. You will go here, a bounce, relief bounce, further dump on the dot, and just keeps on dumping, and out of nowhere it reverse accumulates, and just a big pump happens on the dot, and we go to the levels of 15.5 and maybe even $16. Have a nice, and then come back down to these levels again. So this is how I see. So practically, if you want to short dot, I think let's wait for a bit when BTC, and I think it's a very clean shorts on the dot. I think it's like 17.4, 17.5 with a very tight stop loss of 19.5. This will be the stop loss, and then you short it here and then let the short ride. That would be a very insane short on the dot. It would be like another 60-70% move. The dot is literally going to bleed actually. This is how it looks like. Even near, I think the near, the way we are forming, remember guys, the price action is highs, lows, not higher highs but the lower highs. And if once we take these levels, kalas, it's just going to confirm that we are going to make lower lows. So near is then going to make like $5 or so. Lower lows can even go to 3.8, accumulate and then pump. So we'll see how things goes for near as well. ANC 1, ABC 1, ABC, A, W, like A, B, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna have one more push down on the KNC, might have one more push down because I can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just a weekend, maybe even go another $5. Take the liquidity and confirm the downside reversal. So practically this is highs, lows, higher highs. We have yet not met lower lows and break the market structure. Once we break this market structure, means like making lower lows on this, then this is how the highs, higher highs, not lower lows but higher lows. Here we break the structure by making like not lower highs and making lower lows. So practically if you do this, I think you're gonna have reversal over here. Guys, move your stops on BTC to break even and just ride it safely. I'm just going to bed now. I just can't monitor it. So that would be nice if you can just ride with the stops at break even actually. That's all what I have, and thank you so much guys. We're going to connect tomorrow morning. Have a nice night.